Hey friends, welcome back. Just Christina here, and we are briefly going to go over this newspaper article from July 7th, 1980 from the Lewiston Morning Tribune, and it is a nationally syndicated article from the Times Herald entitled National Identity Cards, Invasion of Privacy or Trap for Illegal Aliens. So I'm briefly going to highlight some of the highlighted areas for you. I'm going to cover some of the basics of what this is and just the whole bizarre concept of it in the first place. I've never heard of this. Once again, this is something that just blows my mind. So I thought I'd share. Let's go ahead and just prop this up so I can share with you the basics. All right, so basically it says, for some people, the idea of a national identity card is nothing more than another bulge in their wallet, but for others, it's a total invasion of privacy, which I would agree. This identity card would include your name, social security number, date of birth, place of birth, age, height, and the serial number of the card, and a photograph of you. So basically, this card would replace your social security card. Okay, and it would be your worker identification card. And for you to be able to work, let's move on here. It says the employment passport would become a general passport as well, and it would make it much easier for the government to keep track of the movement of people in the country. The more foolproof they make it, the more likely the police will want to use it on the streets for arrests, for welfare checking, or for check cashing. Okay, and then let's continue on over here because it also says, there's a lot of discussions regarding both sides of the debate. So illegal workers not being able to draw upon certain benefits versus the total invasion of privacy of each person. And part of that discussion for invasion of privacy is continuing here in the article. It reads that Weston favors using a computer system that would show employers, it would offer them a toll-free number essentially, and based on the number that you're assigned on your passport there that they give you that replaces everything, your identification number would result in a can hire or cannot hire message. So your ability to be employed would be based on this overall computer system or this ranking of you and your worker card, whether or not you're expired or whatever, because it also says that the elderly or people who are in retirement age, they would not receive the worker card. They would not be eligible for that. They would only keep their social security card. And it says applicants would be required to produce a birth certificate, passport, and proof of residency to obtain the card. And Dane said the commission would probably let Congress decide whether or not to charge workers for the card. So you would have to pay for it yourself. If the card program is implemented, the cost, including production and distribution of the cards, is expected to be about $200 million, according to Labor Secretary Ray Marshall, who supports the work identification card. Of course they do. It's just more money for them, and it's a way to classify you and have all of your information right there. And what does this sound like to you? This sounds like the whole China credit system. For your ability to be hired at a job to be based on calling in somewhere, and in this day and age, it would be the internet. It wouldn't be an 800 number. They don't do it like that anymore, but to just get on the internet and type in a number and then have a hire or not hire status, that's ridiculous. All right, food for thought, face value. Again, don't read anything into it. Just take it at face value, and under the rights of fair use, I hope you learned something from this, as did I. So thank you so much for joining me, and on to the next one.